I once loved YouTube Rewind, and I feel many people who've been with the platform for a while now would agree with that sentiment. It was something that was truly amazing to see some of the most creative and influential content creators all collaborating, albeit with some assistance from YouTube themselves, to make one massive project to encapsulate the big things that made YouTube special that year. But it's clear to everyone except the actual owners of the platform that this is not what we want. This is not what the creators want. And this is not what YouTube wants. Or at least probably. Who even knows anymore? Maybe it's intentional at this point and they're just fucking with us, but I digress. So today, even though it's been done to death within the first 24 hours, we're going to talk about what YouTube Rewind did kind of right, what it did absolutely terribly wrong, and how we can make it better. First of all, I think it's important to address a question that's often asked but never really answered. Was YouTube Rewind ever good? To which I would say, yeah, abso-fucking-lutely. Once upon a time, these videos were actually fun, or at the very least, tolerable. 2016. I mean, people are literally going back to their favorite rewinds simply to reminisce about a time when they actually liked YouTube Rewind. Just go look for yourself, and I guarantee you the top 5 comments will have at least 2 of them talking about how YouTube Rewind was good until 2018 came. Just take a look at the like to dislike ratio over these, and you can see that things were good for a time. But somewhere along the line, YouTube fucked up. But this year is obviously much worse. Last year's was bad, but when you actually compare the amount of views per dislike for 2017s and 2018s, it starts to become disgusting. As of December 7th, only one day after the release of 2018 YouTube Rewind, of the 45.9 million people who have seen the video, 3.7 million of them have disliked it. Which means it already tied with Infinite Warfare's dislikes for the 3rd most disliked video ever. Ever! And we're only at 50 million views. Last year's had 4 times that viewer count, so if this trend should continue, and this rewind meets the average viewer count of YouTube rewinds from the past, it will have about 14.8 million dislikes, making it the most disliked video by a mile, which makes 2017's rewind look like hot shit. I mean, yeah, it's still shit, but at least it's sexy, right? I mean, I'd tap that. Now granted, that's a lot of ifs, but the connotations it represents are very real. The 2018 YouTube Rewind itself may be the most hated thing on YouTube.
Alright, I'll give it a try.
No, try not. Do. Or do not. There is no try.
Now, admittedly, despite how I want to blindly hate everything about this production, I try to see the good in even the worst of things. And there is some good in this YouTube Rewind, but huge bold letters on that some, because trust me, it's few and far between. First of all, they did get some of the important big trends in this year. For example, I obviously expected Fortnite in this. Yes, you heard me right. Just because everyone is liking something doesn't make it an excuse for you to think that that thing is worse than Adolf Hitler, or for you to avoid it like the plague. Fortnite was huge this year. A lot of people enjoy playing it. Almost everyone has heard of it. And get off your high horse. You're not on an elevated state of being simply because you dislike something everyone else likes. They also had ToasterCat, Yodeling Kids, some ASMR, and other things like the Kiki Challenge and the Kanye West song that, honestly, I was kind of expecting again. But they also missed a lot, admittedly. Like the whole TikTok epidemic, the fight between Logan and KSI was pretty huge, and even the legendary battle between PewDiePie and T-Series. But honestly, I don't expect them to get every trend in. I know they obviously can't do things like the Tide Pod Challenge, so I mean, I suppose this gets a bit of a pass. I also love how the animators got a bit more spotlight this year. Last year they just got pushed to the back at the end of the video as more of an end credits thing, which I feel was a bit unfair, so I'm honestly super happy that they got more appreciation this year. But they're still all shoved together when I think they should be a little spread out more throughout the video. There was also a little nice message about some of the creators and individuals who've helped the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and that thing about Simone Yurts, who is someone I don't particularly watch, but I'm very glad that her story was highlighted in this year's Rewind. But that was basically undercut by the fact that they followed it up with pointless politics about Asian representation, mental health, drag, and female empowerment, which, don't get me wrong, aren't inherently bad things. It's just that YouTube kind of sucks with the whole show don't tell. Like, YouTube, come on. If there's more Asian representation and female empowerment in the media, then just show more Asian YouTubers who've made massive success in the past year. Don't just say it. And people are still getting videos taken down whenever the big S word is mentioned, so. Now, if you're starting to notice some repetition here, it's because every good thing that I've said about YouTube Rewind was immediately followed up by something that made that good thing worse. So as you can imagine, the worst was, well, worse. But thank God for Jaden Animations. She's the 9-year-old messiah. Praise the Lord.
Horrible. That's horrible. That's honestly one of the worst things I think humankind can ever witness.
If there was one word to sum up this year's YouTube Rewind, I would say it'd be commercial. It's no longer about the creators, no more about the viewers. Hell, it's barely even about YouTube anymore. It's just about getting whatever looks good and safe and putting it on a screen. And the amount of evidence backing this is, well, irrefutable. We have actors reading scripts and getting paid to open and close the show. We have a streamer from Twitch who only posts highlights to their YouTube channel as one of the most prominent figures in this year's Rewind. And we're still getting late night show hosts here doing things they don't even understand. After all the controversy with PewDiePie has blown over, he still wasn't invited. Mr. Beast, who has made massive gain in subs over the past few months, or hell, even Jake Paul. Yeah, we still have people like Liza Koshy, Lele Pons, and Marshmallow who seem to be at the top of YouTube's people we must always have in Rewind videos. And don't even try me with the whole it's about giving the people what they want bullshit. None of the comments even have avatars. Not only that, but I barely even recognize more than 10 of those content creators. Now granted, I know that's different from person to person, language to language, etc, etc. But come on, the most you got out of me was, oh, that's the one decent vlogger. Hey, isn't that the Big Shot guy? Wait, what wasn't his meme last year? Animation! Markiplier, yeah, I used to watch him. Like, who the fuck is this guy? He's not even in the fucking credits. Why is he here? Like, is there really no smaller YouTuber you could have just put in there as an extra instead? Do you even need extras? YouTube is just so out of touch with their entire platform that it's honestly shocking. And they just pour so much money into this, and it comes out so bad. Like, honestly, I bet even I could have come up with a better idea. Oh yeah, I did.
I guess I'll be Genji.
I'm already Genji.
Then I'll be McCree.
I already chose McCree.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Okay, YouTube, grab a pencil and paper because you best be taking some notes. First of all, put a button next to the subscriber button on every channel that has over 1 million subs. This button will be used by the community and will be used to vote on creators they feel should be in this year's YouTube Rewind. Obviously, there needs to be some rules when it comes to this button, or else it will just be chaos. First, make sure that there's only one vote per YouTube account per person, i.e. the account can vote for as many YouTubers as he or she wants, but they can't vote for the same YouTuber more than once. So that does mean that you have to have some sort of account verification system or IP lock or something to make sure that people don't make multiple accounts and keep, voting for the same YouTuber. And honestly, I don't know how to help you out with that one. You're kind of on your own. Oh, and make sure there's a bot checker. Now, make a list of the top voted YouTubers that haven't been in Rewind for more than 2 years in a row. Got the list? Good. Because now you're going to give those top X amount of YouTubers, despite whether they have controversy or not, time slots that are equal in length but completely random, along with the soundtrack that will be backing the video, because honestly, whoever does your music is actually pretty good. From here, you tell them that they can make anything they want that fits within the time slot with as many people as they want, so long that it follows YouTube's basic guidelines. Tell them that they can collaborate or share their time slots with other time slots and other people, but this will be solely done by the creators. YouTube won't force anything on anybody. They can also exchange time slots, but this must be done if both parties agree and have a confirmation from YouTube. From here, tell the YouTubers to send their videos, edited and all, to some super secret email by X date. Get a somewhat decent editor to do some of the finishing touches and get all that shit together. And that's it. You're done. The viewers will be happy because it's the people they voted for. The creators will be happy because it has their own personal touch. And YouTube will be happy simply because they don't need to spend nearly as much money on the production. And if, just if they try this, or at least some variation of this, I think there is a chance for YouTube to truly turn this ship around and head in the right direction. But if that's going to happen, I'm going to have to ask you guys for some help. Wow, call to action, fucking prick. Okay, so yeah, I don't do this often, and I know I'm gonna sound like a total sellout, but if you really do think my idea is a good idea, or even just worth a shot, then please share this video. Post it to your Twitter, at your favorite creators, flood it on Reddit, post it to your Discord servers, just get this idea out there, and who knows what might happen. If you don't like the idea, well, then sorry. I guess let me know what I did wrong in the comments. Dislike the video maybe, if it was that bad. I don't know. Yeah. Okay.